Well, the Society is now 175 years old, and we've been supporting advances in microscopy for all those years. And we're now going international, so we have a worldwide membership and run conferences, courses, symposia, and events like this to bring microscopy to the wider audience.
We have, over the years, made many profound advances in science, not from a better theoretical understanding, but just from an improvement in our ability to image, to make better microscopes.
So microscopy is central to business and to science, and that's why the RMS and these sorts of events are also very important for networking and for understanding new areas going forward.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Churchill Room in the House of Commons. It is an absolute pleasure to host you all for the start of the celebrations of the 175th anniversary of the Royal Microscopical Society.
So we're almost 175, but why have we been around for quite so long? And thinking on the train coming up, it struck me that it's probably because the microscope is one of the most fundamental and widely used of all scientific instruments. Indeed, actually, almost everyone in this room has one. Technically, what you have is a scanning optical microscope. However, you may refer to it as a compact disc player. It's exactly the same thing. So however you spin it, if I can use that word here, this thing is a microscope.
If we look at the installed base of microscopes around the UK, in academia and in industry, it probably dwarfs all other instruments by an order of magnitude. And in an average school laboratory, we can now image individual atoms, and not just image them, but move them. It's a stunning development in a remarkably short time. But if I had to identify one key impact of microscopy, it would actually be the power that images have to excite and capture the imagination of the public. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then of course a 3D moving image is worth 10,000 words. And the developments of image reconstruction, mathematics, algorithms, combined with the advances in computing power, now mean that we can produce 3D moving images in real time from all these microscopic techniques that we can see around the room here. Thank you very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
What the Society has done is bring people like us together. And we just had a meeting last week in London, which was very powerful and showed that the level and the power of what's going on in the UK.
A huge fraction of scientists will have sometime used a microscope. And so it's one of the key technologies. But I think because it is so ubiquitous, sometimes it becomes taken for granted. It's important that its role in science and technology is recognised and make sure that those strengths are clearly communicated to the policymakers and to the research councils.